Sanskrit influence on Kannada is profound, particularly in its vocabulary, literature and grammar. He had recently propagated another ridiculous argument that Tamilians are not Hindus.
We are fighting over languages. We have bigger issues to deal with, I believe.
I don't need to sit under a tree and wait for an apple to fall on my head to say that gravity exists. Brahmagupta and Newton have already told me so.
Lots of people are being hurt in Karnataka by language and other places.
Okay. I'm not made of sterner stuff. I'm made of foolish stuff. He should just stick to doing nothing and saying nothing.
Set the baseline.
Look, Pranesh, there is no other way of saying it. Kamal Haasan is the Rahul Gandhi who speaks Tamil. The only thing lower than this fellow's credibility is his intelligence, which is surprising because him being a decent actor, the least he could do is act intelligent. Remember, he had recently propagated another ridiculous argument that Tamilians are not Hindus. Well, would I be accused of body shaming, Pranesh, if I comment on the pitiful size of his cranium? No one is revered more by us Tamilians than Lord Kartikeya or Muruka. And who is he? Son of Lord Shiva. And what did he do? He said to have invented our language, protected our language. Tamilians won't exist without Tamil. And Tamil won't exist without Muruka, son of Shiva. And you know what Muruka means? Mu is Mukunda or Vishnu, Ru is Rudra or Shiva, and Ka is Kamala or Brahma. Now, if this, the Trinity, isn't the core of Hinduism, I don't know what is. And now he comes up with another blooper that Kannada originated from Tamil. Honestly, he should just stick to doing nothing and saying nothing. Let me explain. Please give me a minute. It's important. The claim that Kannada language originated from Tamil oversimplifies hugely the complex evolution of Kannada and ignores its distinct development trajectory. Kannada is an independent language with unique characteristics, not a derivative of Tamil. It has a significant influence of Sanskrit on its vocabulary and literary tradition. Kannada's earliest documented form appears in inscriptions like the Halbidi inscription 450 AD, which showcases a distinct type and linguistic structure. Proponents of the Tamil origin hypothesis often cite lexical and phonological similarities between Tamil and Kannada, suggesting that Kannada diverged from a Tamil-like language, but these similarities are better explained by the shared linguistic heritage rather than a direct descent. The divergence of these languages occurred over millennia, Pranesh, with Kannada developing its own phonological and morphological traits, such as the use of aspirated consonants and distinct verb conjugations, which are not prominent in Tamil. The argument for Tamil as a source of Kannada overlooks hugely the geographical and cultural context, which are very important. Secondly, and this is important, Sanskrit influence on Kannada is profound, particularly in its vocabulary, literature and grammar. From the 5th century, the Brahminical traditions in Karnataka felicitated and facilitated both the influx of Sanskrit loanwords into Kannada. Early Kannada poets such as Pampa and Ranna composed epics like Adi Purana and Sahasa Bhima Vijaya, blending Sanskrit-derived vocabulary and poetic meters. 40% of modern Kannada vocabulary consists of Sanskrit loanwords. For example, words like Vidya and Raja are direct Sanskrit borrowings. The Kaviraj Marga 850 AD, a semical Kannada treatise on poetics, draws heavily on Sanskrit rhetorical. In conclusion, Kamal Haasan's claim that Kannada originated from Tamil is absolutely not supported by linguistic or historical evidence. So, Mr. Kamal Haasan, please replicate in your real life what was your role in the film Pushpak, a silent one.
Dr. Pulla Rao, if Kamal Haasan has hurt sentiments, why can't he apologize? Say sorry, move on.
He said, let me just quote him. Let me just portray his actions. High Court said, apologize. He said, I won't apologize. I don't want my film to be screened there. He seems to be made of much sterner stuff than,
Sterner stuff?
thought.
1 minute. What is he trying to be? Some hero? This is not about film. This is about people's sentiments. Can you not understand the difference? You are more concerned about the film, not what people are feeling.
Sentiments. He said, I have not said anything wrong. Now the court said, you apologize. But also the court said we can't stop your film
Dr.
from
Rao,
being screened.
I'm not talking about the court. I am
your
saying if you've said something that a group of people take offense and say that, look, this has hurt us, it affects our sentiments, why can't you just apologize?
And lots of people are being hurt in Karnataka by language and other places.
Okay, then if he doesn't want to apologize, then let him prove what he said. Let him either prove what he said. But this can't be, you are saying that Kamal Haasan is some superstar. He may be filmy superstar, sir. But you see, this is more than just a film. Avantika ji, where do you stand on this? Why can't Kamal Haasan just say sorry?
See, I saw the statement when he was making the statement. He was not outrageous. He just stated something that was his point of view. And there was a senior actor from the Kannada industry who didn't object what he said. I am surprised that, every little statement, why are people getting so affected with these things? I mean, why is it like, we are fighting over languages? We have bigger issues to deal with, I believe. I don't think this should be made such a big...
language is at the heart of our civilization, ma'am. Maybe people from the, film industry don't understand this. I'm sorry to say this, but, this is not some every little statement, etc., etc. I don't want to, Kamal Haasan is not here to hear from me. So I don't want to put you at the receiving end of all the wrath. But if you see, you are saying that it was not outrageous. Now, who decides what is outrageous? Was it factual? If it is not factual, then it is not right. Plain and simple. Let's get in the BJP. Sudha Alkai, what do you make of this controversy?
In a country where, in a country like India, he being a citizen of this country and he giving such a vague statement regarding Kannada language is very much absolutely not acceptable. The thing is, what was the necessity for him to talk about Kannada when he was at the audio release of his Tamil movie and giving such a provocative, deliberate statement because of his selfish motive of politics and not obliging to the Honorable High Court's order to apologize because the sentiments of the people of Karnataka are hurt. And if his statement was right, there was no question about it. Since he is neither a historian nor he is a linguistic nor he has done any research in Kannada and he giving such provocative statement regarding Kannada is absolutely not acceptable and he is not obliging to the Honorable High Court where, there is a very sensitive observation by Justice Nagaprasanna ji regarding the sentiments of the people of Karnataka and why does he want the revenue from the people of Karnataka when he is not bothered about the sentiments. And earlier he has taken all the privilege of the people of Karnataka when they have wholeheartedly welcomed
Kamal
all
Haasan
his
forgets he's a public figure and what he says matters. Dr. Ranganathan, I'll just come to you. One person hasn't spoken, Ravi Shetty. Let's quickly get in his views. Ravi Shetty, how do you see this? कैसे देखते हैं आप इस ये जो पूरा कंट्रोवर्सी है?
सर, एक कंट्रोवर्सी करने के लिए और ये फिल्म प्रमोशन के लिए ऐसा गलत बात बोल दिया वो क्यों मालूम कि ये प्रमोशन के लिए फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट में इतना फिल्म का ऊपर प्रचार मिल रहा है उसके लिए वो गलत कर रहा है. अभी भी देखिए ऑनरेबल कोर्ट बोल दिया वो आपको अपोलॉजी पूछो ऐसा करके अपोलॉजी पूछने के लिए वो तैयार नहीं. क्यों मालूम क्या वो बड़ा आदमी पैन इंडिया हीरो है उसको फॉलो करने वाला आदमी बहुत सारे है वो भी तमिलनाडु में उसका फिल्म बहुत सारे फेल हो गए तो वो बट कर्नाटक में पास हो गए तो वो भी सोचा नहीं. कर्नाटक का आदमी फॉलोअर सही सोचा नहीं. ऐसा गलत बात करने के लिए वो दिन जरूरत ही नहीं तो 100% जरूरत नहीं तो खाली गिमिक के लिए ये बात किया. बात करने के बाद में भी वो एक अच्छा आदमी जैसा वो चला नहीं. वो बहुत गलत कर रहा है उसके लिए अभी कोर्ट भी बोलिया.
आप कह रहे हैं गलत कह रहा है. डॉक्टर पुल्लाराव बोल रहे हैं वो इतने वो ही इज अ मैन ऑफ हिज वर्ड्स एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. इतने बड़े आदमी हैं कि वो डर नहीं रहे. राहुल गांधी कहते हैं डरो मत. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन,
let's get a couple of things straight out here. And Pulla Rao ji, I respect him a lot and he is half right because I'll tell you, as a free speech absolutist, Mr. Kamal Haasan has a right to say whatever he says. And number two, may I also gently disagree at the risk of having a contempt of court yet again on me, disagree with what the Honorable High Court said, because it's not a question of Kamal Haasan has to be a linguist or a historian to say what he wants to say. I don't need to sit under a tree and wait for an apple to fall on my head to say that gravity exists exist. Brahmagupta and Newton have already told me so. I don't need to experience and discover everything that I would then propound. Other people have done it. Experts have done it. The point is, am I right or am I wrong? Kamal Haasan is factually, linguistically, historically wrong. Facts prove it. Now, for Mr. Pullarao to say that he is made of sterner stuff because he's sticking to it, I'm afraid that argument does not wash, because if tomorrow I say gravity does not exist and you prove me wrong and I say no, I'll stick to my stand. I'm not made of sterner stuff. I'm made of foolish stuff.
No, you're focusing on the word sterner. You should be focusing on the other word. What stuff?